Oh. Come on, get down.
Oh, I can't make it, honest. I'm not kidding you. It's me kneecaps.
Oh, it was your back a minute ago.
Yeah, well, I buggered me knees too. Came off me bike doing 80.
Oh, good. Well, get out of the van about the same speed now.
Anything wrong, Mrs. Berry?
Just about everything by the sound of it.
Oh, what's the hold-up?
Yeah, Mrs. Berry. What's the hold-up? I reckon I caught a bit of sunstroke hanging around out here.
Daniels. That explains it.
Oh, you know her, do you?
Mm-hmm. She's a liar, a sneak, a loafer, and a hypochondriac. Get inside.
Sure, Miss Ferguson.
Dumb, stupid bitch! I'll fix you, you bitch! Get out there! The trouble with you is you don't know what you want! You didn't want to go on the beat, sweetheart. Then I had to show you how easy it was. Now you don't want to try smack. Well, perhaps you're wrong about that, too.
No! No! No!
Let's find out. Eh?
No!
Anyway, the way it stands now is that I'm going to get custody of Elizabeth, not Brenda. So you know she'll be looked after till you get out.
That's no bloody different to what it was before.
Yes, it is. I mean, she's going to be raised as your child.
Derek, do you know how long I'm going to be stuck in here? By the time I get out, she won't even know who I am. Oh, that's why Brenda agreed to it, isn't it?
Calm down, Lace.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? She's going to end up with her in the end anyway.
Chrissy, look, just trust me, will you?
Trust you? She's your wife. Now, look, Del, I want Elizabeth away from her. She's not having my daughter.
Chrissy, please.
I'd rather see her adopted out. You can tell her that from me.
Well, look, that's just bloody stupid.
You just tell her, Del.
That's enough.
You tell her.
Wait outside, will you?
You make sure you tell her, Del.
Quieten down.
Del.
You go out of your way, don't you, to ruin everything you touch. Okay, Latham, that's your business, but my business is when you start getting noisy about it. Now just calm down and shut up, will you?
What do you mean, who is it? It's Maxie. When are you coming in to see me? Oh, don't give me that crap. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm almost running the joint. Hey, can you bring me in some booze when you come? Yeah, well, that's not all I want, but I suppose I'll have to wait for the other till I get out. God, you're a horny bugger. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sorting them out in here. I've got them lifting me up and carrying me around. They're mugs, all of them.
You'll never learn, will you, Daniels?
Oh, jeez. Officer Ferguson, you really know how to surprise a girl. Phone rang. I'm holding the fort while the sister's out.
You're on a charge, Daniels. I reckon that should get you an extra couple of days.
Yeah. You would, wouldn't you? You'd put anyone in it.
And you're wrong about us. We're not all mugs.
Yeah, well, you're in it yourself. Because I heard the governor and she's out to get you for bashing up Chrissy. What do you reckon would happen if I told him about Queensland and how all that was hushed up? Yeah, well, just wait a minute. That'd really finish you, I reckon.
I came in here to tell you that you're being transferred to Lizzie Birdsworth's cell.
Sure. Anything else?
Yeah. Get back in there.
Playing me favourite game. Screw the screw.
Oh, God.
Feeling a bit woozy, are we then? Don't worry, it'll wear off.
Let me go, Des, please. I won't tell anyone.
You've got to be kidding.
I can't handle it anymore.
Now, listen to me, sweetheart. I saved you from those cops, didn't I? You'd have been busted with that moron Donna if it wasn't for me.
I know. I just can't go with any more men.
You know, you're not too bad at it with a tail full of smack. You're going to get to love your work, sweetheart, so cut the bawling. Or maybe you need topping up again.
Please, I don't want to end up like Donna.
You'll be begging for it soon enough, just like she did.
I won't.
You will. And remember, it's only the first one that's on the house. Now, get yourself together. You're a working girl now.
Doesn't she understand what this could mean for the child?
It's not all Chrissy's fault. Brenda's maternal instinct's pretty strong, you know. Chrissy's probably felt that she wasn't wanted around her own kid.
Oh, it's so sad to think about a child so many people care about ending up in a home or adopted out to strangers.
Now, will you try telling her that?
Believe me, I have.
We all have. I just don't know where to go from here.
There's only one thing for it. And I know it's none of my business. But we've got to exploit one of Chrissy's weaknesses.
She's only got one weak spot, and that's Libby.
Exactly.
Well, you mean we sort of blackmail her?
Oh, there's a difference between creating a danger and revealing one. If the court was worried about the trauma caused by Chrissy trying to get out and grabbing Elizabeth again, then they might make her a ward of the state.
Well, and then what?
Well, Elizabeth would most certainly be adopted out.
Well, that means none of us would ever see the kid again, not even Chrissy.
Right. And that's the blackmail, as you call it, to force Chrissy into making the right decision.
Oi! What little deal have you got going, precious?
What?
I know you're a bloody remand prisoner, but if you volunteer for working here, you work, you don't sit around your ass all day.
I'm sorry.
Look, do you always take women straight from the hospital and put them in the sweatshop?
There's nothing wrong with you, Daniels. Find a better story next time you want to get out of working.
Yeah, I will.
Daniels is on light duties. Find us something suitable.
She can give Lizzie a hand with a trolley. We've got enough slackers in here today.
Right, get on with it.
Looks like it's you and me again, Granny.
Don't you give me any more of that granny nonsense. Do I have to work with this cheeky little bugger, Mr. Faulkner? Should drive a saint around the twist.
Take more than her to get you down, doesn't it?
Mr. Faulkner, have I any phone calls?
Who'd be calling you?
It's my boyfriend.
Your drug-pushing pimp, you mean? Come here. Somewhere in here would tear you apart for what you've done to Susie Driscoll, especially B. Smith. So keep your mouth shut and stop causing trouble. Otherwise you might find yourself right in the middle of it.
Just a minute. I'd like to hear a bit more about this boyfriend of yours.
He's not really my boyfriend.
No, he's a sly little pusher, isn't he? And if the screws and the cops know that he's got Susie, then you do too, so how come you said you didn't know? And has he got his hooks into her?
Maybe.
Come on!
Yes, he does.
You pathetic, snivelling little junkie. How could you drag that kid down to your stinking soul?
Because it wasn't my fault.
Oh, go on, cry. But don't you cry for yourself. You cry for what you've done to Susie.
Oh, come on, Lizzie. I only want to have a smoke, not race you off.
I wouldn't put anything past a little stirrer like you. Now, come on, let's shove off before we get sprung by that mongrel Ferguson, or we will know all about it.
I'd never believed it. Well, you're so used to obeying the screws, you can't help yourself.
Just what does that mean?
Well, there's no one looking over your shoulder. We could have a flame and barbecue if you wanted to.
A little tart like you wouldn't know what a decent day's work was. You're too damn lazy.
I don't know. They paid a decent day's wages. But I suppose you've been in here so long that the few miserable bucks they sling you each week must seem like a fortune. Oh, you do know that they changed to decimal currency.
I'll have you know I've been out of here many times and I do know what the dollar means. Now, any more cheek out of you and you'll get a thick ear.
All right. How about a cuppa? Then you can explain the facts of life to me.
Put the jug on.
I see Ferguson's got everybody bluffed.
Yeah. And with good reason. Now, you keep away from her because she's really bad news.
Oh, I don't know. She's not so bad once you get to know her.
Ready to go, Chrissy?
Why can't I just be left in peace?
You're to join the other women for lunch. Come on, get your things together.
Mrs. Morris, when can I get another visit from Elizabeth?
Oh, I don't think that's possible, Chrissy. I mean, you probably won't see Elizabeth again until after this dispute is over. Perhaps not even then.
What are you talking about?
Well, if you go on trying to stop Elizabeth from staying with your brother and his wife, she'll probably be made a ward of the state. And I mean, at her age, that means adoption.
But they can't do that. I'm not a bloody psycho or nothing.
In which case, of course, neither Elizabeth nor her new adoptive parents will know who you are. I mean, you may not even find out her new name.
Oh, I knew you'd side with them. You're as bad as that bloody bash artist Ferguson. At least she doesn't pretend, though.
You've got an alternative, Chrissy.
Oh, yeah? Give in to all your wheeling and dealings. No one's going to take my daughter away from me. No one.
They already have.
It would be easier if we could get on garden duty. They don't worry about you so much out there.
Yeah. I could really go a suntan at government expense.
Yeah, I might be able to lay my hands on some liquid refreshment.
You know, Lizzie, you're not as silly as you look.
But you are if you think we're going to get out of here, and I'm not licking old Davo's boots.
Yeah, well, you just leave that to me.
Well, what are you going to do? What's the matter, love?
You don't get any sympathy for self-inflicted wounds in here. Oh, if you're going to start blubbering, would you mind doing it somewhere else?
Babe.
Guess where she's going.
Oh, why don't you lay off the poor little kid?
Why should I?
She might be a druggie, but I reckon she needs support more than all that stuff that you're dishing out, and I thought you would have been the first to understand that.
Oh, I understand, all right.
Yeah, she'd be about the same age as your kid, wouldn't she? If she was alive.
Damn you! How dare you compare them? Now, Donna put Susie on the skids, and that is something that Debbie would never have done.
We don't know for sure about Susie, and that kid's about as much a victim as your Debbie was. And she didn't get any support when she needed either.
Hey, you. Sit down. Looks like Ferguson did a really good job on you.
It's nothing to what Meg Morris is trying on.
Oh, well, little
Hey, listen, what's all this about Bee's daughter?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. But when Bee first came in here, her kid got onto drugs in a really bad way.
What happened?
She died.
OD'd. God. No wonder she's so heavy.
Well, it sounds to me like you're just whinging about people trying to do the right thing by the kid.
It's not just any kid you're talking about, it's my daughter.
Call her what you like, you are still a selfish little bitch that doesn't give a damn about what she really needs.
I'm her mother.
Yeah, we all know that. And we're all trying to help, bending over backwards for your maternal needs. And you haven't got the brains to see what you're doing to that poor little devil.
Now, look, no one's got the right to tell me what's best for Elizabeth. Not you, not the screws, and certainly not Brenda.
No, you're so stupid you cut up your own nose to spite your face.
Just leave me alone.
You'd pack that poor little devil off to complete strangers just so you can have your own stinking victory over the only person who really gives a damn about that kid. Well, the sooner she gets away from you and with stable parents, the less likely she is to finish up as screwed up as you are. You make me sick.
Years ago.
You've got to be crazy.
That's me, Mad Maxine. You just keep walking. Officer Ferguson.
What do you want, Daniels?
Got a fag?
That isn't funny, Daniels. You and your lot got off pretty lightly in Queensland. So don't give me any excuse to deal with you down here. I promise you, you won't get off so easily.
Talking about Queensland would be a bad move, don't you think?
Are you threatening me, Daniels?
No. But there's a lot of people in here who'd like to know your form. On both sides of the fence.
Who'd believe a slut like you?
Only take one. So how about doing me a favour and get Lizzie and me on garden duty?
Oh, don't be stupid, Daniels. The only thing you'll get out of me is a stint in solitary.
Look, what do you got to lose? I'll be out of here in 2 weeks and that's an end to it. Besides, we're both on light duties anyway, so how about something to make it worthwhile to keep me mouth shut?
Another word from you in front of the prisoners, and it'll be the end of you. All right, but nothing else.
Mrs. Morris! Mrs. Morris!
Thanks, I can handle this. Now, what's all the yelling for?
I want to see Derek.
I see.
And I want to see Brenda.
Have you had a change of heart?
I've thought it over.
All right, I'll see what I can arrange this afternoon. Now you get back to the laundry.
Ta.
Oh, you're a dirty bugger, Maxine.
Hey, you reckon we should tell the young lad over there?
No, let the screws find their own fun. Hey, look out. He's heading this way.
Hey, why don't we race him off into the bushes?
Trust me to get tied up with a bikey sort. What do you want to do, educate him?
Well, that'd depend on the size of his bike.
Oh, look out, here comes trouble.
Hey?
That's Chrissy's brother and his missus.
The one's trying to get her kids.
Yeah. I reckon they've conned her into doing something. No. What's up?
Oh, it tastes like sheep dip.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Forgot you was a shearer's cook.
Well, I should know all about it then, shouldn't I?
Hey, you reckon they'll have the visit out here?
Oh, I hope so. Chrissy needs all her old mates around her, poor little bugger.
What do you want now?
When it's you I want, Latham, I'll let you know. You're feeling pretty bad, huh?
Just leave her alone. You know she's got a problem.
And so have you, and if you don't shut your mouth, you'll have another one.
I'm okay, Lee, thanks.
Yeah, we haven't much use here. There must be a better place for you. Oh, try the folding tables. Rita, on the washers. Folding's a bit easier.
Thanks, Bea.
Yeah.
Latham, out to reception security gates. Mrs. Morris is waiting for you.
Miss Ferguson,
Yes?
I want to see the governor.
What for?
That's my business.
Is it really? Well, the governor's not on duty, so get back to work.
The deputy governor, then.
I'll pass the message on.
I want to see her now.
Smith, you are just another prisoner in here, no matter how you might see yourself.
Every prisoner has the right to see the governor.
Don't quote your rights at me.
Do I get to see Mrs. Powell or not?
I have every reason to believe, Smith, that your request is not urgent. But I'll pass it on in due course.
You see a lot of that sort of thing around here. Families being broken up, kids farmed out. You got any kids, Max?
Nah. Just missed a couple of times, but been lucky so far.
I have, but I don't know where they are now.
How come?
2 of them died. I don't know where the others are.
What happened?
I heard a If it isn't the blokes that break your hearts, the bloody kids. But that Chrissy, she's not a bad mum. She thinks the sun shines out of that little kid. But they're still gonna take her away from her.
Derek.
Hello, love.
You haven't brought Elizabeth with you, then?
Sorry, Chris. Not until we get a few things straightened out. I mean, it's just not fair on the kid. You know that.
Yeah.
Look, it's not a matter of us trying to keep Libby away from you. You're her mother. It's just, if we come to some sort of arrangement, then you can see her as often as you like.
Chrissy, look, this isn't easy for any of us. I think we should just get the paperwork signed and get it all over with.
What paperwork?
Look, Chris, well, Brenda and I, we can't take it like this anymore. If you're not prepared to do things properly and give us some peace of mind, then we're going to have to take it to the family court.
You've been talking to Mrs. Morris, haven't you?
Oh, come on, you know it's the right thing to do.
Right, I'll sign it.
Yes, I felt so sorry for her when she signed the papers. That child's the only thing that means anything to her.
Yeah. Well, if she is as depressed as you say, then we could have problems. At any time, but especially now, Latham can be very unpredictable. Yeah.
Smith to see you, Mrs. Powell.
Thank you. Yes, Smith.
I've come about Donna Mason.
Well, what's your interest in her?
She's going through a bad withdrawal. I think she'd be better off if she moved in with Doreen and me.
What are you up to, Smith?
What makes you think I'm up to anything?
Well, we know how you feel about drugs, Bea.
Yeah, well, I guess it's the pushers and the junkies who don't have to finger to help themselves that really get up my nose. And this kid looks like she's trying to get off it.
Yes, but helping a junkie's never been in your line.
Well, old dogs can learn new tricks, Mrs. Powell. Besides, my daughter didn't exactly get any help when she needed it, and maybe this kid's still got a chance.
I think it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps. What about Susie Driscoll?
Oh, I know about the connection.
And you still want to help Donna?
She's not a pusher.
No, but she did decline a police request for an interview, which might have been instrumental in helping Susie.
Well, she's frightened. Frightened people look after number one.
Well, it didn't help Inspector Grace find a supplier.
Maybe I can talk Donna into talking to them.
Donna needs help, and it might lead to Susie before she gets in too deep.
Yeah. It's worth the gamble, huh? Your request is granted.
Seems to be your problem, Mason.
I need to see the sister.
I don't think so.
Oh, please, I'm in pain, please.
I know. I know.
I can't take it anymore.
Don't be pathetic.
Oh, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I can tell you things, please.
Sluts like you who take drugs can't be trusted, Mason.
That's charming.
Get out of here, Smith.
Glad to oblige. Come on, you're shifting out.
Smith, twice in one day is about as much as I can take from you.
Deputy Governor's orders. Donna's moving in with Doreen and me.
Right. Keep her quiet or she'll be moving into solitary.
Right. Yes, Miss Ferguson. Come on, we'll go and get a feed first. Come on.
Thanks, Bea.
You wouldn't be stooging on Susie, you'd be helping her.
I don't know if I can help her. I only get myself in worse. She might be anywhere near Des, and besides, you don't know what it's like to betray these people.
Oh, now, come on. You think I mix with girl guides in here? Don't worry, I know what you'll be getting yourself in for. But we can do a deal with the cops, especially Inspector Grace. He'll protect you as long as he thinks you've got something he wants.
You know him?
Yeah, done deals in here before. He's after the heavies in the drug business. He'll do anything to get what he wants. But watch him. He's a bastard.
Might work, I suppose.
Look, Susie needs help. And you're the only one who can give it to her. For Susie's sake.
Okay.
Here you are, mate. Look after him, Susie.
You don't have to be nervous of me, love.
No?
How about showing me what I'm buying? Want me to give you a hand?
Oh, no, I can manage.
You're not shy or something?
Oh, the cops!
Cops? What cops?
The fire squad!
Where?
They're inside already!
Bloody hell! Where? Cops! Stop it! Bloody bitch!
And you've been working for this Williams character ever since?
Yeah.
Well, that's very interesting information, if we can prove it, which means you'll have to testify in court. Now, come on, where can I find you?
I want to talk about a deal now.
Talk.
Well, can you promise me a light sentence? Go easy on Susie, of course.
Yes, well, I help everyone that helps me.
Oh, but what if I give evidence and Des isn't convicted?
Don't worry about that. We get him in court, I'll bloody well make sure he's convicted.
I think you better tell him everything, Donna.
He's got a flat down Argyle Street, number 24.
Bloody hinges will go off the door. What the hell's going on? Hang on, all right. Susie! Oh, my God. What's wrong with you, honey? You look dreadful. Where have you been? Come on, sweetheart. It's all right, baby. It's all right.
I'm sorry, Judy.
You don't have to be sorry. You're okay, huh?
I was trying to help Donna, but Des kept me locked in the flat and he was bringing in men.
Come on, sweetheart. You're safe now, huh? You're safe now, love.
Oh, I can't.
Don't worry about how it looks. Just make it comfortable.
Oh, I don't care what it's like. Thanks anyway.
There you go.
No one ever helps me make my bed.
Yeah, well, you've been making your bed so long, Doreen. It'd be an insult to offer.
Well, I don't think you know what you're getting yourself into.
This is Donna's dorm now, as well as yours, so can't I show some respect to you and your
Yeah, well, it was
cellmate?
you being
Well,
tough
it's
on
not now, so can it? This is an example of the sort of aggro I do not like in my dorm.
Yeah, well, it's got nothing to do with Donna. It's just that, well, with my last week here, I'd like to spend it with my old mates.
Who said you've only got a week to go?
Well, I don't know for sure, but I worked it out, and it must be soon.
No, last I heard, you didn't know if it was next week or next April.
I'm sorry if I got moved. I didn't mean to.
That's all right. Doreen doesn't really mean it, do you, Doreen?
Well, as long as we get some sleep. No, I don't mind.
It's better than being on my own, thanks.
How are you feeling now?
I've got the aches, but I guess I'm all right. Only? Well, if I could just see the sister or something. Just for something to make me sleep.
That's what they all say.
Well, forget it. Tonight, I'm the only help you get.
Here we are, honey.
I didn't want to do it, Judy.
I know that, sweetheart.
It's just there didn't seem to be any choice. I thought I was helping Donna. Oh, God, was I dumb.
Now listen here to me. I don't want you to feel like that. I certainly know what it's like to be backed in a corner with nowhere to go. Yeah, I've been there myself.
Why did you? I mean...
I was just trying to get even with the guy that killed Sharon, that's all. It's a long story. I'll tell you about it some other time.
I didn't mean to pry.
You're not prying. You have every right to ask. Anyway, what happened, honey, when they took Donna away?
I went back with Des. He's sort of running scared, I guess. Then he locked me in that flat. He started bringing in all his men.
Sweetheart, don't think about that anymore now. It's over, huh?
No. Last night he shot me full of heroin. Well, that's why I took a chance on running for it.
Listen, baby. You're going to be okay now. I'm going to look after you, okay?
Where are you going?
I promised Inspector Grace I'd ring him the minute you arrived.
Oh, but the cops are after me.
Who told you that?
Oh, Des. That's why I went with him. Because there were drugs in Donna's flat.
That's what he said, but the only reason the police want to see you is so that you can lead them to Des. That's exactly what you're going to do. Huh?
Come on, Donna. Go back to bed and try and get some sleep.
I can't sleep. I'm going off a break.
Come on, come back here.
God.
They're not going to come at this time of night, love. Oh, come on.
Sorry, Bea.
You must have known it was going to be like this.
Oh, you don't think this far ahead when you start?
Yeah, we'll start thinking now.
Oh, God, I do want to give it away. I do, I promise. Can't imagine the sort of things I've had to go through. Lying and stealing and going with men I wouldn't even talk to if I was straight.
I'd like to get my hands on those bastards that get kids hooked on heroin just once. Now, come on, we'll go away in time.
My mind's going to go first. I can't stand
No, it won't, and you will get off it if you really want to.
It's not that simple. I need it now like you need to breathe.
Can't I get some peace in here?
Shut up and go back to sleep.
My room, too.
Come on. How do you get started on that sort of shit anyway?
Dad sort of conned me in the beginning, I guess.
Oh, I suppose try and do the same to Susie. I guess that's how Debbie started.
Who's Debbie?
She's my daughter. About your age when she OD'd.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bea.
Yeah? Just make sure you don't go the same way.
I'm sorry. I'll try.
Come on.
Someplace, huh? Yeah, especially considering you have to be an ex-con for membership.
They'll have half the roughheads in town here once they get going.
Yes, I reckon they will. Still, it's petty stuff, mate, not our worry.
Think this young pro will help us much?
She bloody will when I finish with her.
This is Detective Inspector Grace and Detective Thomas, Susie Driscoll.
Hello.
Sit down, Susie. Well, you're a young one. I should think your mother's worried you're out late.
Her mother dumped her 8 years ago.
8 years, eh? How old is she?
She's just 17 a couple of weeks ago.
Jesus.
Look, Susie, I'm going to have to ask you a few questions, all right?
I understand.
This Williams, Des Williams, what do you know about his drug dealings?
Not much, really.
Did he ever discuss drugs with you?
He was always talking about them, and he seemed to be able to get them whenever he wanted.
Did he ever give you any?
Yes.
What did he give you, Smack? How long have you been on it?
Not on it. He forced me.
Go on.
He was trying to get me hooked so I wouldn't keep trying to run away.
Well, run away from where?
Look, he had her locked up in her room. He kept bringing men in. You want me to draw a picture for you?
Well, he's a real charmer, this Mr. Williams. Well, I can be charming too. I'll nail that bastard to a wall. Bitch! Bitch!
Judy, 32 Worthington Street.
You're not going to be a lot of use today.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. Just the amount of sleep you didn't get last night, nursemaid and Donna.
Yeah. Could damage her upholstery if she falls asleep on that press.
Look, I still don't understand because you've been always against drugs.
Well, maybe I was wrong. Anyway, she did do the right thing. It looks like she's trying to give it up.
Do you reckon?
Why not? If we back her up. And we are going to back her up.
A couple of aspirin isn't going to do anything.
Then you better pretend there's something else. That's all you're getting.
Sister, you've got no idea. Just give me some methadone, please. It's not going to hurt.
It's out of the question.
Half a dose, then. Half a dose.
Off you go, Mason.
I'll pay you. I'll make good money. I'll fix you up when I get out. Name your price.
You're wasting your time.
Oh, what do you want me to do then, please? Beg you? I'll beg you, please. Oh, God, please, I'm sick.
Come on, get up.
Bitch. And you call yourself a sister? You're worse than that mongrel Ferguson. Just take a look at yourself, you starched up hypocrite.
It's time you started helping yourself, Mason. We're nearly over the worst.
That's all you bloody know. Can't you see that I'm sick, that I need something? Can't you see that? Don't you understand?
Having trouble, sister?
No, I was just about to let you know she's ready to go back to work.
All right, come on, Donna.
Well, can I see you for a moment, Mrs. Morris?
Of course. You just wait there.
You're going to have problems with this one for a few days. She's getting to the worst stage, and that's when they're most devious. She'll be dangerous. I wouldn't put anything past her at the moment.
She give you a rough time?
Nothing that can't be handled.
All right, Donna, come on.
Okay.
Go and report to B, will you?
Okay.
How's everything?
Oh, we've got a problem. Mason's just gone missing.
Oh, God. Look, I'll just get rid of this and I'll search this floor, okay?
Right.
Oh, Dave's a bit touchy today. Must have missed out last night.
Didn't we all? Listen, it's not the sort of thing we joke about in here, okay?
Yeah. Well, I always make it a point not to argue with me biggers, especially when they haven't got a sense of humour.
Listen, was she really up all night with Donna?
Yeah. Never thought I'd see Bea do that for a junkie.
Yeah, it'd be good for Donna to have the support.
Yeah.
Can we help you, Miss Ferguson?
When I want your help, Smith, I'll ask for it.
Suit yourself.
Mason is missing.
Yeah, we know. Mrs. Morris has already been in.
What about you, Simpson? Do you know where Mason is? Somehow I don't believe you. And refusing to answer an officer is insubordination, which means you're in trouble.
You can't do that. She's got laryngitis, haven't you, Hannah?
I'll deal with you later, Daniels.
Okay. So how did you manage that?
Who, me?
Yes, you, clever mouth. Anyone else spoke to the freak like that would be scraping them off the walls.
I thought she'd kill you.
Someone still might if we don't get an explanation.
Thanks anyway.
Yeah, well, she must have had something else on her mind.
Like?
Donna. These are some of the unglazed ones.
What was that?
Oh, probably just one of the cats outside. There's a lot of garbage out there.
Are you sure?
Want me to go and have a look?
Oh, be careful.
I'll only be a second.
You're coming with me, you bitch! You think you're trying to run out of me, I'll break every bone in your body! Bitch! Let go of her!
Let go of her!
Will you get out?
She's lucky none of the cuts are serious.
Does this alter your previous decision not to give her anything but aspirin?
No, it does not. Nor my advice to watch her closely.
We should be going up to solitary now.
Good. All she needs is time to get the muck out of her system.
From what I've seen, that's the best way to treat these junkies.
But it is harsh.
Makes them think twice before trying it again.
Exactly.
I've yet to see it work that simply.
Well, you've had my professional advice for what it's worth, so perhaps I'd better get back to maternity now.
Righto, Mason. On your feet.
Right. Well, I'll take her to solitary. You can make your report to the governor.
Suits me.
Oh, something has to be done about this.
I'm sure Officer Ferguson can arrange the necessary security.
Would have been nice if you turned up before he did.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. No one thought he knew about this place. But don't worry, we can look after this one real good. We've got Susie's evidence now. We've been waiting for that for a long time.
She won't be around long enough to give it if any of my mates get hold of her.
Help, Williams. Detective Thomas here's got a daughter about Susie's age. He tends to take these things a little personally. You right now, Susie?
Okay, Mr. Grace.
What happens now?
Well, she's got to come with me, but it's just routine.
Well, what for? I mean, you're not going to charge her, are you?
Look, as I said, her minor offences don't interest me. She helps us, as I expect. Won't be any trouble. Nothing to worry about.
Mason, or I'll have you restrained.
Please, I've got to have something. Please, anything. Give it to me.
Cut the crap. This is just an act to get some more drugs, and it won't wash with me.
Please. Oh, please.
Any more out of you, and I personally guarantee more misery than you could ever dream of.
Maybe I can do something for you.
What could a cheap whore like you do for me?
You know.
No, I don't.
You want to have it off?
Don't be pathetic, Mason. Look at you.
Oh, I could be very good
Right.
for you.
You are now on another charge. Attempted bribery of an officer.
Oh, golly, even you bitch!
Right, now, crawl up your walls or bash your head against them, but forget about any deals with me.
Oh, you bitch!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing